In this video, I'm going to show you how to change the color of your menu items in your WordPress website. So we're going to start by heading over to our WordPress dashboard, and there's essentially 3 different ways that you can use to do this. Now, the first method, and by far the easiest, is just to check your theme customization options in the back end of your WordPress. Sometimes you're able to customize colors and fonts and things like that directly from the theme customization panel. So you'll just need to have a look through here and see if there's anything that allows you to change the color of these menu items. Like I said, this will vary from theme to theme, so I can't tell you exactly where to look for this. On my theme here, there is actually no option to change the color of these menu items. So what we're going to do is move on to the second method. So the second method is you just want to come over to Appearance from the left and select Customize. And then in this left-hand navigation, click on Additional CSS. So now that we're in this window, we're going to add some customized CSS that's going to change the color of our menu items. So to do this, we're going to start by writing the letter A, followed by an opening and closing curly bracket. And then you're going to press enter on your keyboard so it looks like this. And we're just going to type in color, colon, and then you'll need to decide the color that you want to use for your navigation icons. Now you can either use words here like green or red, but if you want to target a specific color, then what you can do is just head over to a search engine and type in find hex color. And then if you scroll down, you can use this built-in Google tool to actually find the exact color that you want. So if I just scroll across the different color palette, I'm going to use this green over here. And once you've selected your color, you need to copy this hex code over here. So I'm just going to right click and press copy and then head back over to my WordPress dashboard. So what you should have so far is color colon, and then we're going to paste in this hex code, and then you need to type in a semicolon. Now it's important that you format this exactly how I've got it here. So you should have the letter A, opening curly bracket, the text color with a colon, then paste in your hex code, make sure it includes this hashtag, and it should finish with a semicolon, and then don't forget the closing curly bracket. So now what we can do is click on hide controls from the left hand side here, and hopefully that's changed the color of your menu icons. If it's not worked, what you can do is come back to the end of this statement, and then just before the semicolon, we're going to type in space, explanation mark, important, and then it should finish again with this semicolon. So now if I click on hide controls again, you can see that's changed all of my menu icons to this green color. Now the only problem with this is it's actually targeted all of the links on my page and not just the navigation. If you scroll down, you can see all of the links on the page have turned green, which is not what we want. So what we're going to do is just come back over to the code here, and then in a new tab, you need to open up your website. So what you need to do here is right click on one of these navigation icons and press inspect. And then what we're going to do here is just drag out the edges of this screen so we can see our navigation items. And then from this code in the right hand side, you need to find the container name for this navigation. So if I scroll through the list here, you can see different things are being highlighted. And then what you want to do is keep scrolling through until you see a class container called something like menu or navigation. So on my website, for example, is called menu-main-1. And this is important because this is how we target specifically this menu. So once you've found out the name of your class that contains this navigation, you can then head back over to your customization tab. And just before this A, we're then going to type in the class. So you do this by first starting with a full stop, and then you need to type in the class name. So for me, it was menu-main-1, and then press space. Now if I come back over to hide controls, you can see that that's not actually worked, so that was the wrong class. And the good thing with doing this is you can actually try different classes to make sure you're targeting the right one. So actually the reason why this didn't work for me is because we actually need to target this as a hashtag and not a full stop at the end. So without getting too technical for you, if I just head back over to this menu here, what I would do instead is get rid of this full stop, and then I'm going to put a hashtag instead. And then if I click on hide controls, you can see that that's now targeting just the menu, and none of the links on the page have been affected. So if you can't find your container or it's not working for you, then you can just try some generic words here like .menu. This is often a common class that people call this menu area. So you can try checking if that's working for you. You can also try things like .navigation. Sometimes this also works as well. Now, if that's not working for you at all, then what we're going to do is just get rid of this here and save our changes. And the last method you can use to change the color of your menu items. This one's a little bit easier. What you need to do is come down on the left here to Appearance and then select Menus. Then scroll down to your navigation. Make sure you have the correct one selected here. And what we can do is actually change the color directly from this window. Now, unfortunately, you'll need to apply this for each menu item that you want to change the color for. So let's take, for example, this about one. Let's say we wanted to change the color of that. What you would do is just expand this, and in the navigation label here, we're going to type in opening triangle, font space color, the equals sign at quotation marks, and then you're going to paste in that hex code that we copied earlier, closing quotation marks, and then you're going to add a closing triangle bracket. And now at the end of about, you're just going to type in opening triangle bracket / font and then closing triangular bracket. So it should look exactly like you see on the screen here. And then if I come down to the bottom and press Save Menu, that's another way that you can change the color of your navigation. You just need to do that with each menu item that you want to change the color for. And it's as simple as that, guys. That's how you change the color of your menu in WordPress. If you did find this video helpful, then let me know in the comments and I'll see you in the next one.